Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Question Deep Dive here at Science with Dani, where I help parents and students in their primary science learning journey towards that PSLE exam. Okay, all right. So if this is the first time that you are with us here, all right, why don't you click on the subscribe button as well as don't forget the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future video. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering, who is this guy? My name is Dani Dawood. I am the teacher and content creator here at Science with Dani, where I help students and parents to improve in their science learning. All right, so today we have got a question in our question deep dive where it deals with the topic energy, which is from the upper block. Okay, so let's not delay any longer. Let us straight away dive into the question. Right, so today this question, it reads, the diagram below shows a round bowl. A metal ball was held at J, okay, and when the ball was released, it rolled down. So what do we know? Firstly, it is a round bowl, and then there is a metal ball, and it was held at J. All right. When it was being released, it rolled down. Okay. Now let's take a look at the diagram. As how I would always say, the diagram is something that you have to really study it so that you know what is happening. Okay. So since we are doing the topic of energy here, all right, when we look at the metal ball at position J, what we know is that this is a higher position compared to the lowest point in the bowl. All right. So because it is elevated, so J at J, it would have gravitational potential energy. All right. Because we know that when an object is above the ground, it will have gravitational potential energy. All right. So when you release the ball, okay, so the ball will start to roll. Okay. Once it is rolling, this is where, okay, the gravitational potential energy will be converted to kinetic energy. Okay. And the kinetic energy is the one that is going to bring the ball all the way to the other end of the bowl. All right. Now, when it is going down towards the other end of the bowl, what happens is that there will be a few energy conversions happening. All right. First, the gravitational potential energy will be converted to the kinetic energy that we see here. All right. But then, because the ball is rolling on the bowl and there are two surfaces that's rubbing each other, all right, some of this kinetic energy will be converted to, all right, heat and sound energy. All right, so some of this kinetic energy will be converted to heat and sound energy. All right, because when the two surfaces are rubbing, we have friction. Okay, and with friction, we have got heat and sound energy. All right, good. So now let's take a look. Question A. Which position, K, L, or M, is the highest, all right, the highest the metal ball can reach after it was released from J? Okay, now, when we have got gravitational potential energy converted to kinetic energy, all right, not forgetting, because of the movement, it will be converted to heat plus sound energy. So some of this kinetic energy will be converted to heat plus sound energy. And because of that, the ball will not be able to reach the same height as where it was being released. Okay, so M will definitely be out because it is in fact above. If you take a look, it is above point J. So you cannot have all of a sudden extra energy coming in. Okay. Then at L, all right, this would be the best position because it is lower than J. It is lower than J, all right, not higher than J, which means that it has taken into account the energy that has been converted to heat and sound. Okay, and because of that, kinetic energy is unable to push it all the way back to the same height as position J. Okay, all right. So because of that, I know that my answer here would be L. Done. Very easy, 1 mark. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the second question. Write the energy change of the metal ball, all right, after it was released. Energy change of the metal ball after it was released from J. Right, whenever we are looking at energy change, just bear in mind, we are always looking for the main energy change, all right? So sometimes there will be changes to like maybe 1, 2, or 3 different form of energy, but always go for the main energy change. All right. So when it was released at J, all right, the metal ball would have gravitational, there we go, gravitational, all right, potential energy. All right, so after being released, the ball will start to move, and because of that movement, it tells us that gravitational potential energy have been converted to kinetic energy. All right, and when it's rolling, because of friction between the ball and the surface of the bowl, the inner surface of the bowl, then you will have the conversion to sound energy, all right, plus heat energy. Okay, so this is what's happening in terms of energy conversion when the ball has been released from point J. All right, and then question C. Name the force or forces which acted on the metal ball. Right. Some of you might be saying, but this is a question from force. Why is it together with energy? Now, the thing is that many a times you will notice that question that involves energy would have forces included in them as well. Okay, so just be very prepared and be very clear about which topic they are actually asking for. Here it is lucky that they actually mentioned the word force. So be very careful. There are some students who get very, very careless and they start to write about energy instead of forces here. Okay, so don't be like that, all right? Because it's going to be very sad that you lose your marks because of using the wrong concept. Okay, so name the forces acted on the metal ball. All right, 1. Since there is motion, there is movement, all right, we know that that's going to be frictional force. Okay, frictional force. All right, and then if you take a look, all right, the ball, all right, did not float in the air. The ball is, just staying its course on the bowl. That means something is also holding it towards the bowl. Okay, so that means it will also have gravitational force acting on it. Okay, and that makes the ball doesn't float in the air. Okay, doesn't fly everywhere. All right, good. So if you take a look at this question here today, the one that we have just done, all right, it is actually a very, very simple, straightforward question again. All right, and this question here is something that is easy for you to get your marks. Okay, all right, so the concept that they are testing us in this question is energy can be depleted when converted. All right, so the amount of energy, initial energy that starts off, once it's being converted, it can be depleted. And that's the reason why if we use energy as our form of explanation, that's the reason why things that are in motion will come to a stop. Okay, because energy can be depleted when converted to other forms. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this question here. If it has been very useful to you, all right, share it with your friends. Okay, tell them that there is this channel that is helping parents and students with their science learning. Okay, all right, I'll be excited to see you in our next question. All right, and don't forget, click the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future video. All right, so this is Science with Dani. I am Dani saying goodbye. Bye bye.